Greetings, guys. Welcome back to another video. Now, this is actually sort of my second take, because I sat down maybe like 10 minutes ago, and just started talking into my microphone, and I sort of lost my complete train of thought, like I couldn't tie the bag. But I kind of want to make a video, and I don't even know how to make the video. Like, welcome to my channel where I try to make fucking quality content. That's not how it works. But I woke up earlier today, I checked my phone, and I saw something in my feed, and it just got me thinking a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go into details. I tried to go a little bit into details and try to give like some meat on the legs on the subjects that I'm actually talking about, but it just doesn't work. Like, my brain does not work that way. I'm not good at it. But what I will say is that there's this creator that I've been following on YouTube for a little bit, or like quite a long while, actually. It seems like a good guy, genuine guy. Talks about tech, right to repair, and stuff like that. And they were developing some kind of app that essentially app. Yeah, well, they were developing some kind of like application, and they were talking about said application in their video, and YouTube decided that they were gonna strike their videos. And they are probably essentially on the on the verge. Like, if they do make a tiny exception, like a scare tactic, essentially, if they make a tiny little mistake, YouTube could probably ban their channel. It's just like a channel with 2 million subscribers or whatever. And that's just kind of crazy to me. Like, I'm sure YouTube can find reasons why XY said, like, this is what we don't allow. This goes against our guidelines. But without going too much into detail, even though I could, there are other channels that are gonna cover this way better. The reason why I wanted to make this video, essentially, is that YouTube is like our creative prison. It's becoming like this big monopoly. It has been like this big monopoly for a long time now. And there aren't really like any decent or good platforms where we can jump on and feel like, oh, okay, like I'm on YouTube right now. YouTube is not doing it for me. Oh, but I'm just going to go on this platform instead because YouTube sucks. That's not how it works. There are other video platforms. Like, you guys probably heard of like the Vimeo, or what the fuck else called, like Daily Motion or something like that. Like, I've not even been on those sites in ages. I think I have like a Vimeo account somewhere, but it's sort of besides the point. You just don't create a YouTube clone or a copy or a alternative over the night. And even if you tried, or even there are some sites that tried, it just doesn't work out that way. Like, hosting all the different videos, managing the site, and getting it popular with good content and good account, like creators that keep the site active. It's not easy. And in all fairness, like, don't take this the wrong way. Like, I'm sort of part of the problem when I think of it this way, but many of these other YouTube alternatives, like, when you go and browse the sites, it either doesn't have that much quality content as, like, there's a lot of shit content on YouTube too. Don't get me wrong. Like, this video, this video is shit content. Don't take me wrong. But if you go on these other sites, you're not going to find the kind of creators or the kind of content that you do go on YouTube in order to watch. That's just not going to happen. And in all fairness, the few times I've gone, it's been like a lot of politics and sort of like controversial topics and videos and, things that I don't usually watch. Like, I don't have a reason to go on these sites as of now. But YouTube has this stronghold because it knows this. It manages everything. And I'm starting to go on a little bit of a tangent here. That's not exactly the way I want to go, but it's not very good when you have this platform that essentially can use scare tactics. They take down channels, bigger channels even. I just tickled YouTube as a platform in the wrong way. They take a sidestep, do something that YouTube doesn't like. It goes against, like, the way that they can earn money, keep their platform growing and everything. Like, YouTube has become like this part of many people's lives, like how they live and consume content. And I think we kind of like need to look over YouTube, watching video, informative content to some extent. Like, it should be like getting water. It should be like having electricity. YouTube is important to each and every one. Like, whether you just go on YouTube in order to watch a funny cat video, or if you go on YouTube, watch educational content about whatever that you're studying at the moment, or maybe even find some news and stuff like that. But I don't really like that you can't even mention or try to talk about alternatives. Like, when YouTube is being shit, when YouTube is being wrong or is not doing things right, or you're trying to even show ways where YouTube is falling short here. We are trying to do these things here. Check this out because this is how it should be. You can't even do that because then YouTube is going to get their, you know, their panties in a twist and get upset about it and community strike your channel. And if you talk about the person getting community strike, then you're gonna have your your channel community striked as well. Like, it's not like a case of, oh, this person is terrible because they did X, Y, Z deeds and they deserve to go to jail. No, 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 no. It's just that they were talking about specific things that YouTube doesn't like because YouTube doesn't want to have any competitors. It's all about making money, right? And it's a little bit concerning because we're getting stuck in this sort of creative prison, which we can't get out of. We are stuck in this sort of creative prison right now. You know, even trying to make videos and content, like, you can't really make... There's a lot of creators out there. They probably can't create the sort of content they really want to make because they need to make it in a very specific way in order to please the YouTube gods, in order to please the algorithm, and they change things around. And I mean, hell, to some extent, even if I try to make just the things that I want to post and stuff like that, it's... You always end up seeing the numbers, you see what works, you see what don't works, and indirectly, you just adjust, you know, because everyone wants to get noticed, right? Who in their right mind want to spend hours upon hours or post videos with, like, and not even have anyone watch it? Yeah, like, sure, there are probably people that upload stuff to YouTube in order to have it archived. But majority, like, if you look on the platform, majority, like 99% or whatever, 98, it's not, this is not probably accurate, but you get the point. You get the point I'm trying to say is that people want to get heard. People want to get seen. They just want to know that they exist. They don't need to become, like, fucking famous or something like that. They just want some acknowledgement that they exist and whatever opinions or whatever content they're sharing. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. You just want to share. You know, whatever their fucking YouTube had as their slogan in the beginning or something, but you share your videos. That's what you want to do. But now we're ending up in this sort of creative prison where we need to make content exactly the way YouTube deems fit. Otherwise, you're not going to get pushed by the platform. Dare you do something that YouTube absolutely don't want you to do, because then you can end up with community guideline strikes, even though you don't really break any laws or, like, do anything bad that they're forced. They take action against your channel essentially because you do something that YouTube does not like. And that's sort of like the world we live in right now when it comes to YouTube, and we don't have any real alternatives, like no other platforms that are decently big enough or has that sort of content. And it's a little bit scary in a sense because, you know, like many other people, you probably grew up on YouTube just like me. You enjoy posting content, you enjoy watching the videos, following people. But, you know, YouTube is not the same platform it was when we joined back in 06 or something, or 07 or 08, wherever you made your first YouTube channel, right? It's not the same. And we can't pretend like it is the same either, but we're still holding on because, you know, it's the best place to get this sort of video content, really. And with in between everything, you know, with channels, like, there's been many things over the years, like, oh, this channel been banned, or this happened because they created edgy content or whatever. Like, there's been lots and lots of stuff. Like, this is not a video where I'm gonna ramble up lots of examples because, quite frankly, my brain does not work in that way where I can remember all the various fucking shitty things that happened. But every once in a while you wake up, you check your phone, you see the feed, and you just get reminders like, yeah, YouTube can be quite a shitty place. But it's the only shitty place they really have that's good enough for, you know, reaching out to the audience that we want to reach out to. As someone that's just trying to grow their channel a little bit and, you know, do something that they like, whatever it might be, you know, I'm not alone in this. But what kind of fucking incentive does YouTube give to people like me that has, like, smaller channels that tries to just grow a little bit and reach out to a new audience? Because you see these situations left and right. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a fucking channel with 2 million subscribers following you and, like, thousands upon thousands of you on each and every one of your uploads. If you do just the slightest thing that YouTube does not like, you're in fucking trouble. You might be gone tomorrow, or your livelihood if you survive on the ads or whatever. Like, you know, they can screw you over so hard. And just jumping ship and finding these other platforms, like, you shouldn't have all your eggs in a basket. I understand that. But it's not easy because realistically, like if we're completely 100% honest, there are no other YouTube proper alternatives that are big enough with that sort of content. You can try to jump on a video platform and, you know, it's good that those people do. But someone like me, like that wouldn't work. Like, sure, I could try start streaming in another place, but as far as videos goes, you know, that sort of community space, like post those videos, that sort of reach does not exist on other platforms. In the future, like, you know, I don't even know where we're going to end up the way like YouTube is looking right now and what's happening with it generally. It makes someone like me, you know, uncertain. I'm not one with like too heavy opinions, really. You know, I've considered like, oh, maybe I should post videos where I post my opinions and, you know, talk about stuff that's happening in real life or whatever. But my brain is just not, it's not made for that. I don't think anyone really wants to listen to that sort of stuff either. But if you're on a platform that fails to sort of like encourage you to post what you want to post, this is like weird sort of like live in fear thing, because you can't really say what you want to say or do what you want to do or post the things that you want to do, because if you dare to cover specific subjects that YouTube does not seem fitting for their platform, they just might get rid of your account tomorrow, and you don't really know that. You're gonna find out eventually. There's lots of channels over the years have probably been in those situations, and we've seen those videos. Like, who here hasn't seen a video where someone that they might have followed or subscribed to either cover another channel that has gotten in trouble, or they have made a video post themselves where they have gotten in trouble or they had something happen to their channel because of YouTube? Not because people on YouTube can report videos, but it's besides the point. I'm pretty sure most have bumped into those kind of videos several times over the years. Now I'm just sitting here rambling though. I don't really had a train of thought. I just really felt like I needed to talk a little bit because I love YouTube. I always like kind of like love being on YouTube, posting videos and watching videos and stuff like that. But it just feels like YouTube is our creative prison where you need to make content in a very specific way. And you need to listen because we are in the house of YouTube. You know, it's that very, very, very strict step parent or whatever that rules the house with a leather belt. You know, if we as much as say something that they don't like, you know, they're gonna come and strike us down. And that's essentially the sort of place that we live in here. Like, if we behave and we're good boys and girls, then nothing bad is gonna happen. You know, we can sit there and we can do our shitty things, like, you know, we can go outside and use our firecrackers or whatever, but touch that one thing that we're not allowed to touch, then we're in really serious trouble here. A part of me kind of just wish at some point that something will happen, like a platform will actually show up and challenge YouTube for real, even though that's not very likely to happen, because in order for that to happen, people actually need to jump ship onto the other platform. But I don't know, like, my biggest hopes right now is something is just gonna happen that's gonna change the ways of YouTube, whether that is its complete CEO change or... I don't fucking even know. I don't really know, guys. I don't have the solutions to the problems here. I really don't. Meanwhile, I just hope that people manage to not get in trouble with the YouTube gods, and we can continue seeing, like, some good content on the platform and stuff like that, but you can only turn a blind eye and sort of like pretend for so long. You know, I'm not really much of an energetic person. I don't really have that sort of like fighting spirit in me. So, you know, I'm not going to be like, fuck you, YouTube, I'm jumping off this platform, never coming back. Like, that's not me. Like, I go on YouTube in order to have fun. I post videos in order to have fun. I'm trying to just, you know, be a little bit more happy, essentially. And dealing with these sort of subjects and like trying to cover like news or bad things or like people getting banned or whatever, like, you know, or controversial, like, that's not for me. That's so far away right now that I want to be. Like, I'm not in the right mind space. But sometimes every once in a while we wake up, we see a feed, and we just realize, like, wait a second, this is just kind of like fucked up. This is kind of just weird. So, you know, YouTube is not a great platform in that sense, and we need to keep in mind as well, like, Google and YouTube, they're not our friends. They never were, and they're never gonna be. We need to... we are the ones that kind of like need to make the platform as good as we can, but it's probably getting harder and harder here, really. Anyways, I'm sorry for rambling, you guys. sometimes you just need to get some things off your chest, you know. I hope you have a nice continued rest of the day, rest of the night, or wherever, or whatever it is that you have. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Take care.